Hi all, welcome to this Play of the Month Bruno SBC guide. This is back-to-back versions of him, which is not ideal, and he's 92 rated now with 83 pace, 92 shot, 93 pass, 92 dribbling, 75 defending, 82 physical. Biggest annoyance as well is that he is cheaper than the initial Play of the Month, and also with potential Team of the Year is a little bit annoying as well. But you're welcome to smash links, always folks, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G the Legend. All the links are down below for post the channel and social media links as always, and comment down below if you're going to do him, or if you're not overly fussed, or if you're waiting for Team of the Year, see if he gets in and so forth. So the initial Play of the Month was 5 routes and it cost about 1.1 million. You're getting 6 routes and it's setting you back, looking at the moment, about 1 million coins, which makes baffling statistic really. Why not just make it 5 routes then, and just make it take it like a route off somewhere and save a bit of coinage. But national duty, most common player you will probably see is Rui Patricio, so from a trading perspective expect this route to kind of be heavy on 83, 84s. My best advice for all the routes respectively, like Portugal, look at 83, 84 Portugal, even 82 to an extent as well. For Manchester United, look at Van de Beek, Maguire as most common. We throw Adero as our informing because he would seem most logical if we're sticking to Serie A, and also he's discard. That's kind of where you're trying to save your coins. If there's opportunities where you can save like 5,000 coins, try and do it every opportunity. That's kind of what we're doing. Like looking at breakdown of spend to pack, it's 70k for national duty and it's a premium exposed pack which is like 7k. Prime Electrum Plus pack is about 20k pack for about an 85k spend. Premier League 25k pack for about 130k. Top Forms of 190k for a 10k pack. 87 rate squads 250, 260 for an 30k pack rare Electrum, and then 300k spend for the 88 rare rated squad. Premier League, best way about it, 985s, 284s, nothing too strenuous in all honesty, very straightforward. Kasper Schmeichel being the one of the 84s, and then just get someone else from Serie A for example, or La Liga. There's like the reason why I always like to go Serie A is usually trying to think of what league is not getting affected as much. And usually Serie A and La Liga are the two most common cheap leagues for SBC. Prem's overinflated, usually because of SBCs. Ligue 1, the supply is a bit thin. Bundesliga's supply is not the greatest either, and usually Serie A and La Liga has a decent enough supply to constantly work with. In the 84-85 pile, it just makes things so straightforward and very, very easy. With the top form squad, easy way about it if you want is find whoever the cheapest 82 inform is. In this case, usually it's Kolar, just because of like League Nation and all that good stuff. But you can use sometimes like Belhanda's sometimes the cheapest or whatever. But as I say, just dodge around, so you use the cheapest. I would have used Belhanda probably but I've obviously not got him in the club because he's unassigned. But you basically just want to be building the one league around the card. You do have to throw a few 88s in. The reason why you're trying to use an 82 is because when you do the maths, it's usually, if you're able to get as many 86s as possible, it's usually 182 is what you need, is like the denominator after it. It's usually just how the formula works. But because of how we're doing it, we've got 88s and 87s to compensate for us, and we're throwing in like 85s and so forth. So like you're trying to compensate in different departments, and you're throwing in then cheapest, basically in form. It's like 81, 82 to make it work. It's not always the most effective, but it's just one way to go about it, and it makes things a little bit straightforward. 87, 88 starts to become a case of still sticking with one league, but it's when you start to get to the extent of, in this case, you can go say all La Liga, You can, even in theory, go all Serie A depending if you have, say, an untradeable inform that's like 83 or 84. But the reason why we threw Busquets in is because he's usually around one of the cheapest 87s. This is kind of what you would do in this instance. Like, I can easily just, all you'd actually have to do is just, even though it works perfectly fine for Chem, if you wanted that extra bit of Chem, you would just throw Milinkovic-Savic and Louis Alberto. I just did that deliberately, just see who spots it, even though it all works fine anyway. Kolar's bought anyway, that was a min buy, but it's little things like that you would just do just to see if people twig. If they were desperate for Chem, it just shows you that there's flexibility in any route. 88 rate squad, best way about it is you can either go full La Liga and work perfectly fine, or you can try and save as many coins as you can and try and hybridise the route to go, say Serie A and La Liga, trying to use whoever's the cheapest within both leagues. It's not foolproof, but it's one way to go about it. It's not ideal when you're throwing a 90 rated card in, but full La Liga, I think you've got to not use, it becomes no Ramos or Hazard. I think that's like the two you'd not to use. That's kind of why you use both Serie A and La Liga, because there's like enough 87s, enough 88s, just to make it work, and then you just need to throw a 90 just to kind of boost it up, and it's fairly straightforward. And it's good when it works as well, that you're basically just dodging around, and it's gets you done and dusted really if you really badly want them. Now we're going to show over these stats. So for 1 million coins, for about 130k worth of packs, it's a poor pack return if I'm personally honest. I remember last year doing his player of the month because I really wanted it, and this year we are not remotely interested. Obviously 4-star, 4-star, high work rates, 92 rated card as we said. In games, strength's a bit of an issue at 74, defending no big deal. Obviously it's the attacking elements, 99 shot power, 99 long shots, 99 penalties. Finishing of 85 is a bit of a concern, especially when you think about the amount of penalties he's putting away, so why is the finishing at like 95? Passing's pretty much on point, dribbling pretty sound, balance and agility a little bit of an issue at 86, but the pace easy enough to work on as well. But there's enough chem styles that you can work on, either putting like Hawk in, you can maybe focus on maybe the dribbling, or you could finish maybe do like marksman or snipers, potentially try and focus on the shooting and the dribbling especially. But let me know, as I said, if you've done what you got in your packs, or if you're saving them for team of the year. So hopefully find it useful, and I'll catch you all later.